This week, I'm going to talk about stress. And I've just been on a mental health first aider course. That's probably the subject of another video, but fantastic course. And one of the models that we were shown, which I've seen before, is the stress funnel or the stress bucket. And I listened to this and thought, wow, this has never been so relevant as it is right now in COVID times. So this is the stress funnel. The principle is that we have stress come in, so that could be from inside or outside. Sometimes it can be pressure. We tend to talk about pressure as if it's good stress, it's motivating and it makes us feel driven and excited. And then we get sort of stress that's less helpful. Okay, some stress and pressure is outside generated, so COVID constrictions, maybe work pressures. Some of it we internally generate. We make it for ourselves. We put ourselves under pressure. We criticize ourselves. We have high expectations of ourselves. And this all goes into the funnel. Now the thing is, the funnel needs an outlet, otherwise it's going to overflow. So we've got the outlet at the bottom, and this is where your stress goes. If we don't have a healthy outlet, then our stress funnel overflows, and that's where we can end up suffering from anxiety, maybe even feeling low and depression, and generally suffering with our mental health. Okay, so how do we manage this? Well, first of all, what comes in? Some of this stuff we may not have a choice over, but a lot of it we do. Anything that's internally generated, your own thinking, your own pressure that you apply to yourself, we have choice over. You can influence how much you let into your funnel. And it may be that normally in life you worry about 3, 4, 5, 6 different things. But when we're under extraordinary stress, you might need to bring that down to maybe 2 or 3 things. Bring in your focus for what you will let into your funnel. This is similar to when I've talked about the circle of influence, circle of control. So we can reduce our circle of concern or circle of control around things that we can't influence. We don't have to watch all of the news. We don't have to take in everything that's going on in the world that's bad. We can start to reduce what comes into the funnel in the first place. Now, to the outlet. Everybody has their own outlet. There are things, though, that psychologists and mental health professionals have found are particularly helpful for us in letting go of stress. Exercise, eating well, sleep. But it could just be binging Netflix. It could be cleaning the bathroom. It could be getting a hug. You will know what your stress outlet go-tos are. And sometimes when we're in stress, we forget about them. We're so stressed, we forget about the things that usually help us. So this is about refocusing on what allows you to get more out of your outlet if you are feeling stressed right now. So there are things we can easily do. We can also influence the size of our funnel. So all of us will have a different shape or size of funnel. It will be unique. And this is how you end up with some people who seem to be able to carry endless amounts of stress, and other people who 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 things start to go wrong in their life, and they start to really, struggle and start to feel those effects of stress. We can increase the size of our funnel by increasing our sense of resilience. So that's that idea that using our outlet, we feel resilient, we feel like we are riding the waves rather than being buffeted around by them. And by influencing our sense of self-worth. Because when we have a higher self-worth, we are more likely to recognise that we are stressed and then think about this model and start to go to our outlet. We are also less likely to create internal stress for ourselves in the first place. So, really helpful model right now. It's certainly got me thinking again, and one just to reflect on, what are you letting in? Does it all need to come in? Can you start to influence the amount that comes into your funnel in the first place? And how can you really focus on the things that help you release things from the funnel so that you don't overflow?